Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Drew. Today's video I will be showing a community tournament that I participated in, hosted by Zalaxy on Twitch. It was a $75 prize pool. The 1v1s happened last night. The 2v2s is to be determined because ones ran late, so we didn't do that last night. But yeah, we played ones last night. It's $25 for the winner, and then there's a $25 for MVP. People would vote who they wanted to win or like who they thought played the best, and that person would get an extra $25. So, yeah, that's the tournament. I'm gonna show you. I can't show you every game of every set because that would be like an hour-long video. So I'm gonna show like one game from the sets that I thought were really good and important. So I'm gonna show you one from each game, and then we'll see how I do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and let's get into the battles here.
I was feeling Miami pod, but looks like Demon Island we're going to be landing here for the second set of the match. Azoth against Taros. Drew keeping it similar as what he had last game, and here we go. First weapon should be falling now. Both trying to land some nice fists. Oh, Peapod picking up the first weapon. Second weapon coming in for Drew though. So now we got an even fight. Both of them trading blows well here. Pearpod probably has a little bit more damage done. Meeting in the middle now as Drew picks up a kill, or a hit rather. Dodging some nice damage from Pearpod. Still evading. Another weapon out. Both of them could trade up if they wanted to. Pearpod throws the weapon, chasing. Doesn't quite get anything though.
As you can see, Pearpod is playing a lot more defensive this time around, as he is obviously underestimated his opponent last time. He picked a character with a little bit more speed, and honestly he is using that speed to his advantage, blocking every hit that Drew is trying to throw at him. Drew has that long range hammer, so he was going to try to play in and close, but he was having, I think, a little bit of a better result with that guitar in hand. Pearpod entering the red zone, meaning he will fly back far as all possible. Drew just needs to get one good hit, and there it is.
You know, even though he died there and lost his stock, he still put on that extra hit onto Drew. That might make this beginning of this stock just a little bit easier, but what a nice recovery from the brink of death. That has to be at the very end of where you can get hit to. Drew landing some nice combos here, keeping Pearpod off the mat. All right, trying to get back down there. Had to give up his weapon. Does not fall for the bait heavy attack. Oh, getting hit down though. Getting hit down again. Oh, a second stock going down for Pearpod. Drew in control in this match.
Pearpod coming in confident, might be coming out not so confident. Not too sure what's happening here, but his Pearpod is going to be trying to regroup as he is making his mistakes, but also correcting them as he goes along. That's how you know he is a high tier player. Might look like he is getting destroyed, but honestly, these players are just so good that it's really hard to even compare. But as Drew getting taken out, leaving it down to a 2-1, Pearpod gonna have to play this really smart, not gonna have to leave a lot of rooms for mistakes, as he almost just did. Drew with the nice strings that he had up with Pearpod in the air. Pearpod's gonna try to repay the favor by getting his own strings in. Pearpod using that dodge ability to his absolute best ability. He's gonna go in for a hit and run away.
All right, Pearpod now has his work cut in front of him. It doesn't matter. Down goes Pearpod. And I believe that is the match, is it not?
That is a set. Drew, 2-0. Pearpod going down to the losers bracket. Honestly, that is not something I expected to see. Is Pearpod, he DM'd me, he said, what if I just send you my PayPal now? It saved you the time. He's going to be switching up his character again, going to Petra. And Drew still on the Taros. We'll see what he can do here. Drew, he definitely knows what kind of opponent he has up against him here. But we'll see what we can do here. Spartan drops down. Going to be seeing who can get the weapon first. Same map, though. There's the weapon throw. He does not like that weapon. Spartan going to be having the little infinity ball in front of him. Drew really just needing a weapon. Going to be grabbing his little axe. Damage coming in, though, but not enough. As Spartan is still, you know, in a health deficit. But Drew matching that same energy. We'll see here as Drew gets a nice couple little strings here. Going to be knocking him all the way down to the edge of the map. Trying to get a quick stock in. And that just might be enough.
All right, Spartan trying to battle back here a little bit. Does not have those Spartans first stock. You know, he played so well the last game. He switched up his character. You got to wonder why. He might have had an answer here Drew's been playing the same character this whole match. He's confident on the Tauros.
And most definitely, we've seen Drew just
Alright,
really try
Spartan
his
back
hardest.
to where he lives. Hanging out on the side, does pick up a weapon. Trying to land for an up hit there, doesn't quite land. Lands a nice left to right. Boom, a lot of damage there coming out. Drew still has a lot of health on this stock.
Oh,
Spartan
no,
can't.
definitely.
Spartan can't manage this for much longer. He might lose his second stock of the game.
Honestly, that character change might have been the worst decision he's made.
You know, he played a much more dominant game with the last character. So why he switched it up, I have no idea. But
Yeah,
he has to live
honestly.
with his consequences now. Deep in the red is landing a nice up hit there on Spartan. Spartan on the side of the map. Drew chasing. Spartan going for a down hit. Can't quite get it. Drew hitting him all the way across the bottom. Spartan, see you later. Down to one stock. Drew still at a perfect 3. Weapon denying the best he can here. Nice little weapon swaps. Lands down some damage. Drew still deep in the red, so it's not quite over for Spartan. Drew with a nice up hit and a down hit. And he tries to throw the weapon, but it gets blocked by Spartan. Spartan throwing him off deep in the red. Down smash. That's an easy stock for Spartan to pick up. A lot of work ahead of him, though.
Honestly, Drew came in here a little bit more, smart, a little more aggressive this time. He knows how his opponent plays, and honestly, Drew knew switching up the character that really just destroyed Drew was a mistake. Drew's going to be using every advantage he can against Spartan here, as honestly, Drew is just destroying Spartan as we speak. But as I say that, Spartan's going to get some really good hits, but it's just not going to be enough. Spartan needs to get an amazing combo on him, or I don't know what's going to happen here for
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be enough here. He does the Drew and back. Spartan trying to stay elusive, getting hit off the weapon throw. Nice weapon throw. Oh, Drew with the Tauros. That was a beautiful weapon throw to end it, like you were saying.
Spartan moving down.
Yeah, well said, Zalaxy. Both these guys are picking up what I think in these tournaments at least are their mains. Drew on the Tauros. Our Chaos again on Sir Roland. I haven't seen him switch off of this. We're about to drop it in for the first game here. Weapon coming out. Drew picking it up first. Drew trying to land some damage. Weapon coming out for Ark. He picks up the lance right away. Both players now trying to dance to the outside, respecting their opponents. Nice weapon throw and a follow-up by Ark, but he pays the price with 2 hits. Drew chasing him now. Pays the price with a little bit of damage, landing some more hits. All these guys are trading quite well, both in the yellow. Drew getting the first getting hit off the map quite far. Our Chaos now getting hit off as well. Nice weapon throw from Drew in the orange, and he throws our Chaos into the orange as well. These guys are quite evenly matched. Our Chaos baiting him in, landing some damage there, trying to bait him in for the damage onslaught with the lance that he's known for, and Drew doesn't care. He's chasing the damage as he does both now. Are pretty close to being red. A couple of good combos could end it, and Drew lost his first stock right away there. Another up hit from Drew. Trying to find a weapon. Can't quite get to it. Finally does. Our Chaos now with the onslaught of the lance. Just down damage. Oh, good hit count there by Drew. Keeping it off the map now. Our Chaos doesn't care. Coming back on as well. Trading a little bit of damage. Throwing his weapon up. Doesn't quite hit. Hits him down. Drew trying to trade some damage here as he's already in the orange on his second stock. Our Chaos still having full. Drew looking to pick up a weapon.
Drew is really not going to be able to get the same amount of damage input as he wants to be, as our Chaos is just honestly slaying the opposition, making men look like little boys. It's honestly kind of crazy. Our Chaos with his lance is just kind of, he's nutty. He doesn't get beaten. We'll see what Drew can do here, though, is he just needs one good hit into our Chaos to send him off the map here. Not too sure what's going to happen, but Drew taking lots of damage down to the yellow zone, not where he wants to be. But we'll see what we can do here. Drew going to be taking out our Chaos, making it 2-1 in our Chaos' favor. He will be down a stock, but he might be able to clutch up. Honestly, if he can get in a lot of damage while Chaos tries to grab a weapon, which he won't be able to, he would have been able to have a better chance. But Drew just needs to play a little bit more defensive, and I think more of a guerrilla side of attack here.
Alright, so Drew trying to get back on the map, and does. Lance in hand for our Chaos. A fresh weapon drops. They could weapon swap if they want to. Drew chasing our Chaos off the map. Might have been baited there. Lands a couple of good hits, though. Our Chaos getting back to the ground, lands a hit, takes a hit. They're trading quite well here. Our Chaos coming back in. Drew goes for the weapon throw, doesn't connect. Oh, nice hit there by Drew. Weapon swapping now, keeping the weapons off the board for Archaeos. Drew in the deep red. He has to be careful as Archaeos picks up a sword. Drew landing some good shots. Archaeos trying to figure out what exactly he needs to do here since he lost 2 stocks. Now they're on equal footing. Yellow is Arc. Drew is in the red. Landing some good hits now is Drew. Oh, this is going to be a good set. I can feel it. Hitting him off, going for the weapon throw, doesn't connect, picks up another weapon. Archaeos goes to the brink of death, but brings it back with the save. All the way to the edge of the map. Another weapon down. Drew's not going to let him have it.
Drew's
Weapon throw.
really coming back. Jesus. Drew!
Oh, Drew!
Just when you
Archaeos.
thought it was over.
Oh, man. I thought Archaeos had it well in hand, and Drew really just let him have it there. With 1 stock remaining, clears out 2 of Archaeos' stock. And all of a sudden, Drew's up.
Drew's really coming back in a way that just mind boggles me because he was down 2 stocks and he won. And he was already in like the yellow when he was on his last stock. That is crazy to me.
All right, small enigma, a map we haven't really seen quite as much as the other maps, but again, same characters, both players picking presumably their mains. Drew able to come back there, and now he's looking to advance. Archaeos trying to equal it out to 1. Fist coming out, Lance for Archaeos. Lands some good damage here. He's not messing around this. Picks up a weapon to counter. Lands a couple of good shots there and a third. Archaeos says get off the map. Drew says not quite yet. Comes back on. Lands a couple of up hits, up hit, up hit.
Oh my gosh, that string!
Quite well.
Gone.
Oh, the first stock going down for Archaeos. Drew putting on a show.
Honestly, Archaeos here, he was showboating a little bit this entire like tournament because he, clearly was better than his opponents. But Drew is really he had enough. He's tired of this, and Archaeos wasn't even in the red zone, but Drew was done. That string was put together like a well-built guitar, and there's just nothing Archaeos can do. Drew is just honestly just showing off right now. Drew is feeling himself. Every button he clicks is just happening to work. His timing is impeccable. Boom, another hit. Drew is just honestly putting on a show for the chat right now. Chat is going crazy. Drew, he's just making shit look easy. But even though he's in the red zone, he can't get too cocky. He's feeling himself, but not enough. That Lance coming out. Is it going to be another?
Oh! Drew taking a second stock off of Archaeos. Now he's at full health, but still has 2 stock to take off of Drew. Drew with the only weapon. Second weapon spawns. Weapon denial. Trying to keep him off. Goes for the cheeky play. Doesn't quite connect.
Oh, it's not enough.
Now jumping.
And that's it.
Oh, Ark
and
is
that's
gone.
it. Drew advances to the finals.
Oh, it's over.
It's
we can
over.
See a sweep.
Because he is sweeping the finals.
Oh, Drew looking to end it. Zontor trying to keep his dreams alive.
He switched up. Drew switched his character.
He did. I don't think I've seen play anyone other than Zontor or what was that guy's name? Zorus. Yeah, you're right. All right, both players have spears.
This could end up being a big mistake from Drew as he did switch it up, but it's not looking like it is. Drew is just giving Zontor the work, and honestly, Zontor is spawning left and right. Drew's asking some questions about his skills, and Zontor will answer, but obviously Drew is just on top of it right now. He is feeling himself, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, a lot of early damage coming out from Drew. Has red now. Just needs a really good up hit or down hit. And he'll be up in stock. Both players now opting for the... And there it is. Just like I said. 1 good hit, and he's up. Trying to battle back into the tournament final now. Trying to lay some damage with that spear. Zontar picking up the Lance, though. Spear versus Lance. I think the Lance is probably better for longer damage, but I think the Spear just goes a little bit faster. Both players trading some damage. Drew has to be careful. He's deep in the red. He needs to land as much damage as he can with this stock because he's about to be on equal footing. Looking for a weapon, finds it. Another Spear in hand, landing a couple. Third, fourth, fifth. Oh, good string there. Oh, Drew, what are you doing?
Drew,
looking quite
down.
well. Oh.
Honestly, Drew just absolutely. Oh!
Drew, yes, he can. As Zontar down to 1 stock, weapon trading out. He might die here. Doesn't. He comes back to the map, throws down the weapon, re-picks it back up. defending the edge quite well here. Zontar coming in behind him, hits him up, picking up his own weapon. Spear versus spear now. Drew trying to lay down some extra damage on his still full spot. Oh, down goes his first stock. He's still looking really well here. He just needs to put in as much damage as he can, although he doesn't have a weapon in hand. Some disrespect. One-handed push-ups coming out from Zontar. And some more. Drew standing over him, gives him a little camera pose, and it looks like they're having a little bit of fun with it as well. Love to see it.
Oh, Zontar going to be taking advantage of that, though. Will Drew make him pay for that? We will see here very shortly. But Zontar has the HP to make this even. As long as he doesn't get into another string like Drew put him in earlier, Zontar might have a chance here. But Drew is just putting the work in. Zontar, I think, needs to be a little bit more evasive here, and I think we'll be okay. But Zontar putting in that work into Drew. Drew down here and getting into the orange, but so is Zontar. That string, Drew, just putting Zontar in his bag. And there it is.
Oh! Drew says, I'm not quite done yet. 2-1 still for Zontar. But Drew looked mighty good there. Looked mighty good.
Drew won.
Did he?
It's 3-0. He won. He swept.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I'm so sorry.
First and second, baby.
Oh, my God.
Drew. Zontar.
I lost track. I lost track because the action was so good. It was such a back and forth battle the whole time, but at the end of it, Drew came out on top.
Really showed up today, coming back with all these clutches and just honestly, the skill set that he showed today was on a whole nother level.